go into a little bit more about sort of the difference between like IT security and operational technology security? I've heard of it before, lots of books and things like that, but kind of what is it from in your words? Where is it heading? You mentioned that it's that critical infrastructure in maritime, in energy, in healthcare, and so on. But
Yeah.
yeah, maybe just kind of
Yeah, paint the picture.
teach us about that a little bit.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So, everyone knows about IT cybersecurity and the whole OT security. It's been around, don't get me wrong, but it's less understood. And so I will explain what it is in a bit. But the less understood bit is a classic issue is about OT governance. Who is responsible for OT? And at the moment, there's a lot of companies that haven't defined that responsibility. Is it the CISO or is it the lead engineer? Is it the head of health and safety? HSC and technical insurance. And there's a real sort of lack of understanding as to who's responsible for OT. So, what is OT? In my simplistic explanation, and there's a lot better explanations, but my simplistic sort of understanding is that OT is any sort of technology that interfaces with the physical world. Okay, so that can include industrial control systems, ICS systems, SCADA systems, so supervisory control and data acquisition, and then DCS, so distributed control systems. You can fine tune it even more so. So if you think of heating, ventilation, air conditioning, lighting, that's all considered OT. If you think of a finance building, a high-rise finance building, and you've got the lift system, going up and down, that's OT. If that OT was attacked with a ransomware attack that the building was, that could cause disruption, okay, and that could obviously make someone's day very uncomfortable. If you look at a car, it could be an ECU unit, so an electronic control unit within a car, or it could be as large as what you'd find in the national grid, the national electricity grid. And you only have to look back at sort of why this is a big deal is that if you look at the Ukrainian situation there, their Ukrainian power grid was attacked by, a nation state, and that crippled it back in, I think, 2015 and 2016. You look at more recent examples of what happened at the Colonial Pipeline. That happened in IT, but it had a indirect consequence or a second order effect on the OT refueling. In South Africa, Transnet, their unloading systems were taken down, and so they couldn't unload the maritime shipping. And what is one of the busiest ports there in Africa. So the second order effect is you've got this maritime shipping coming in with all these these goods. And they're having to be redirected to another port, another maritime port, to unload the goods. And of course, that you start losing confidence, and there's uncertainty. And so it is what we're finding. It is a big deal.